What is up, everyone? We are back for some more Outer Wilds. I'm still on the mend a little bit, so my voice is a little bit low, I guess. Last session we didn't discover too much. We did a lot of waiting, but I still think we have plenty of leads to go off of. Definitely a lot more to discover at Brittle Hollow, like checking out the Black Hole Forge if we actually ever got there, and the old city, the hanging city, all of those things. With the main goal of getting into the Ash Twin project, which I'm not sure how to do. And there's also the piece of the quantum shard at the Ember Twin that we need to find out. But I think Brittle Hollow is probably the best place to start. So Black Hole Forge we can kind of get to through the Ash Twin Tower. But there's still more to find out at the old settlement. So there's three areas there that we need to explore, so let's just go there. Let's suit up. Okay, so the old settlement is close by to the crashed escape pod, so let's go there first and then try to make our way to either the hanging city or to excuse me, sorry about that. Or the Black Hole Forge. Don't slip, okay. Okay, so this is the old settlement. Last time we were here... Huh, what is that? This knowledge is too dear to lose. Here we can recall about the signal we encountered while aboard the vessel. The signal was older than the universe. This is the most significant detail. No Nomai clan has ever encountered anything like it. I feel like we read this. Looked like an eye, round with a circle at the center, much like a pupil. Okay. We went down there. But I suppose if we don't explore this area fast enough, um, parts of it fall into the black hole. Ship log updated. So, I guess this is the ship. The eye was calling out to them, and then they got grabbed by the brambles. And the ship is trapped in the brambles. Maybe we need to go explore a bramble again. Why did the vessel crash in that place? We warped to follow that curious signal from the eye of the universe. Where we arrived was wrong. It wasn't where we tried to go. Suppose it wasn't a problem with the vessel, but with our destination. I'm afraid for our friends in Escape Pod 3. Was the vessel unwell in some way? No, Anona and I checked before the warp, and the warp core navigation systems were both well. So, these are the escape pods. One went to Ash Twin, one went to here at Brittle Hollow. One is stuck in the bramble. Okay, so that's where we need to go. Cool, cool. And then I'm pretty sure I read all of these. It's just kind of depressing type stuff where everyone is dying. There's no hope. Okay. So we need to find Escape Pod 3, which is on the Bramble planet, to figure out what happened to the vessel. Alright, well if our ship's over there, that means we came in this way. Well, that's unfortunate. So we have to remember that the gravity is towards the center, towards the black hole, so jump or something, we're gonna fall off. Yeah, I don't recall going this way, so this is something new for sure. I hear the black hole down there eating stuff. don't think I want to go out. There's a scroll. Guess that's the Hanging City. The scroll's still in my hand. Another scroll here. Can I take this one out? I can. Explanation of festivals. All the Nomai clans are from all over the universe. Yes, we read this one. Don't forget, festivals happen every 10 years. Can't go because we're stuck here. Like Anona's warp core, which made it so everyone can warp long distances and explore more. Each clan has a festival envoy to show their most interesting work. Our envoy was Thatch. A single festival could last a long, long time. Why should we build a new vessel? Each Nomai clan explores the universe in its own vessel. The vessel is the heart of every clan. It's unusual for Nomai to remain in one place for so long. Nomai are wanderers and have no permanent home. If we built a new vessel, we could return to our adventurous way of life. Imagine all the new places we could go. Our clan wouldn't be stuck here in this star system. We could even meet with other Nomai and learn from them like Coleus says we used to do. It probably wouldn't be hard to get parts if we stopped building other new things and if we broke down other structures like the towers on the Ash Twin for parts. We might have to build a smaller vessel for now, even though vessels are normally large. But we could make it bigger later once we reach planets with more resources. It would also help if we stopped building so many things to search for the Eye of the Universe. I asked Yarrow and he said we use lots of resources on the Ash Twin project. We could even have a warp core for jumping long distances like vessels have. Poke tells me she plans to make a very advanced warp core for a different project. I'm sure she could connect it to the vessel for travel because Poke is smart. Formation Solanum, formation of this universe. No one knows how this universe was made, but one thing we do know is everything used to be very hot and very dense. As this early universe expanded, it also cooled down. Once it had cooled down enough, particles were able to group together to form things like galaxies, stars, and planets. Since then, space has continued to expand at a faster and faster rate, which is hard to think about for too long without your brain hurting. This universe will keep getting colder and larger until one day the stars and the life they support will all die. That's scary to think about, even though Kanoi tells me it won't happen in our lifetimes, but it'll happen in someone else's someday. Okay, thanks for the cryptic message, game. Alright. We've been here once before. We were very rushed. Eye Shrine, Black Hole Forge, Meltwater, School. So we want to go to Black Hole Forge, which is up there, I guess. Also, I don't know what that one is, so maybe we'll check that one out as well. Black hole forge controls, promising, but I want to read this stuff. Ashwin requires powerful, highly advanced warp core. How shall we obtain it? We could craft a new advanced warp core inspired by the vessel's warp core. The greatest challenge here, I think, is we don't have the design for such a powerful core or any of the original crafters of the vessel's core. No, but Poke was apprenticed to Anona, who created the original design, and our black hole forge is adept at creating simpler cores. I believe we can be of use here. The vessel's warp core was created before my time, but Anona explained many of his designs to me. Abandoning the vessel's warp core and its casing means losing valuable knowledge. This is true, however, its knowledge we have little hope of recovering. It would be best to relearn, I think. I would very much like to craft such a powerful core. More relevantly, I believe the Black Hole Forge crew and I could recreate the basic design. This is the safest path for our clan. Is the safest path the best one? Our goal is worth the risk. Is it though? We've tried for so long to find something that I and others now believe might be impossible to find. If the search for the eye is a futile one, we should choose the option with the least potential for harm. Alright. Sorry, I had to get some water. The scroll. I feel strange trying to recreate Anona's warp core without him. At times, it still feels strange to no longer be his very young apprentice, and for the Black Hole Forge to be in my care and not his. Hypothesis, this will always feel strange. Even though my time with him was short, I miss my old mentor and deeply. To have the chance to try is thrilling, but I don't want to disappoint everyone. I think I can do this probably, but what if excitement has clouded my assessment of my own abilities? Was I wrong in volunteering to build it? I was born in the star system and never saw Anona's warp core with my own 3 eyes. I only know what he taught me. What if I've bitten a larger portion than I can consume? Still, all I can give is my best, and as Anona would say, should my best prove insufficient, then we will find another way to achieve what's needed. I have Clary and Root in the forge, and I have my clan. I'm not alone. Alright, well, let's read this thing. We could retrieve the warp core from the vessel. Solution 1. This would require a return to Dark Bramble Plume. My father said many good Nomai perished there. My mentor Coleus and his old mentor once discovered and studied an anglerfish fossil on Emperor Twin. Using that knowledge, we could avoid the anglerfish entirely. I remember that anglerfish fossil. We used to play there when we were children. What I've learned from the fossil would theoretically help us evade the anglerfish, but our hypothesis was never tested on a live specimen. The vessel's warp core is broken. At best, recall those present when the vessel crashed said it sustained lethal injuries. There's no guaranteed reward for this risk. Even if it no longer functions, the old core could be a valuable blueprint provided we are able to transport it back here. Perhaps we could still repair it. My grandmother told me there was little time to assess the nature and extent of the damage. Okay, so I think it said like anglerfish lore is that they're blind and attracted. They use the light to attract prey. So maybe if we shoot the scouter. Let's get up there. Should I climb this tower? Should I continue going that way? So much to explore. So little time. Seems to be blocked off from this direction. Which would mean that I have to get there through the Ashton Project or ride up that elevator. Sure, let's try that. It's way too fast. Alright, let's try this way. Secret exit to the surface, that is by the North Pole. Okay, well that's useful for getting back here. So I can land my ship here. Then I can go in, send the what's it called? We go in, we use the black hole force controls to send this thing up. And then we fly over to Ash Twin Towers and teleport back here. So that we can see what's in that thing. In the black hole forge unit. Okay. Sounds like a plan to me. And then at least now we can... So we're at Eye Shrine. No, we're not. We're at Meltwater. Alright. Let's go check out the Eye Shrine district and then be done with it. Be done with this time loop. I imagine I've been hard on Poke again. This in turn means I've made things difficult for her sister, Clary. Poke and I are oil and water. Clary is our emulsifier. She certainly makes a better team than would mixing through shaking, although sometimes I would like to shake Poke. Jokes aside, suppose my own fear of never finding the eye prompted my argument with Poke. That would be immature of me. I should apologize, at least to Clary, who could then tell Poke. Be welcomed in this place. The shrine is a space to reflect on what brought us to the star system, the signal from the eye. We observed the eye signal in our travels and followed it here to find its source. What we know is this: the source of the signal, which we have chosen to call the eye of the universe, is older than the universe itself. The rest we have yet to learn. Enter and open your mind to its possibilities. I need some water. This is too much reading for my sick voice. Alright. What is the eye of the universe? Suppose the eye is a more advanced being. The eye is the source of the signal that brought us here. The eye is older than this universe, so imagine how much it could teach us. Perhaps it is a cosmic library. How can the eye be older than the universe itself? Suppose it is a relic from a previous universe. The early universe was unimaginably hot and dense. If anything existed before, it would have been destroyed. Suppose the universe is older than previously assumed. What is the eye signal? Suppose it wishes to communicate. The signal is the eye's voice. It speaks a language we don't yet know. Or maybe the signal is the eye's attempt at expressing itself. The signal is a call. Were we the intended audience? Of note, from the signal, we were able to determine the eye's approximate age, or perhaps its lack of age. Solanum, I no longer believe, as I did as a child on Ember Twin, that the eye of the universe, the source of the signal, wishes to harm us, but it may not want to be found. The terrible circumstances of our arrival here were almost certainly exactly that circumstance. I suspect imagining we are special to the eye in some way is wishful thinking. The eye might have called out to any sentient species, or it might not have been calling out at all, and that my ancestors heard the eye's signal holds no great deep meaning. This wouldn't be so bad, I think. In fact, the eye may not have wishes at all. We have no evidence supporting this. Okay, well. We're back to the beginning anyway. Wait, what? Is Bramble that close? Ouch. Yeah, well, let's go to Supernova soon anyway. I think we found out all that we wanted to. We can see what happens when we run out of oxygen. Goodbye, world. Yeah, so I think what I want to do is we go to the North Pole, which is the orange one. Then we find that secret entrance. We flip the switch for the black hole forge controls. Then we fly to Ash Twin. And we take the teleporter to Bramble. Or not Bramble, Brittle Hollow. Hello, Quantum Moon. Alright, so we want to go to North Pole. And one of these like frozen rivulets. A hole, or maybe it's not melted yet. Okay. Actually, the water flows down into it, so that should help me find it, I think. That's why it's called Meltwater, maybe? Meltwater District. There it is. And I think this one might be a short one after I figure out what's here, unless I'm just addicted and need to find out what happens next. But I don't have that much time to play right now. We need to find the tower that goes to Brittle Hollow. I guess we were way faster than anticipated. Which means more waiting, unless, hang on, let's land this really fast, and then maybe we'll search for the rock while we're waiting. The shard. Okay, Okay, they almost all lined up. That was kind of cool. guess while we wait, we will search for the quantum shard here on Ember Twin. It's below us. It's clearly inside this planet. Well, I still haven't identified this guy. Alright, I guess I might as well log him in my scanner while I'm here. If you look at the physics of our solar system, it would just have to be incredibly far out there, farther than our ships would be able to travel. And honestly, we don't know about what's out there. The farther you go, the less we know. As such, it is well within the realm of possibility this planet exists. In there, should I go down? Or is this just the way out of the crater? Kind of appears that way. Maybe I should save this for another time because I'm totally gonna miss. Melora, Coleus is missing. He vanished from the lake bed cave, the one at the bottom of this dry lake bed at the North Pole, several days ago, and we're unable to find any trace of him. I don't know how much air he had when he disappeared. I beg any friend reading this help us recover Coleus. Okay, so maybe we need to come here when the sand is low at the North Pole so that we can find his body. This rock is very familiar. Did you travel here, my sedimentary friend? Because your unique color and texture appears identical to a rock I met earlier. Wasn't this the same rock fragment in the cave we found at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole? We have planned to re-examine the northern lake bed cave. Maybe our friendly rock will meet us down there. An update, Melora and I went back to the lake bed cave and observed this rock again. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it isn't. Okay. That means this rock wanders like the quantum moon does. How curious. Okay, so it's in the northern lake bed. We have to go there. We'll have to go there when the sand is low, I think. Alright, let's get back to our ship. Let's go to Black Hole District. Ouch. That one looks like the sun. That one is Giant's Deep. This one is Brittle Hollow. Okay. Oh man, it's gonna be a while till we get there, I guess. No, we're turning right now. There's the Giant's Deep. There's Brittle Hollow. And the Quantum Moon. Alright, so that's the thing we sent up here. Let's go check it out. Stay on this walk path so that we don't flip turn upside down. Be cautious near the boarding area while it is in operation. Where am I taking the first black hole core? And where am I taking the remaining cores once they're ready? All of the warp towers are being constructed on Ash Twin, so the black hole cores will go there. My gratitude. In that case, Poke, Clary, I'm leaving for delivery. I'll send Yarrow your regards. Poke, I'll return to the forge shortly. I'm going to catch up to Root and help him deliver the first core to Ash Twin. Just make sure Yarrow receives it. Of course you are. The white hole cores are for the warp receivers. Each of the 6 receivers are being constructed at different locations, so those deliveries will be greater pain in your cervical spine. The tower designs in the high energy lab on Ember Twin reveal each receiver's location. Ask Yarrow, he's familiar with them. Of note, Yarrow believes he spotted a flaw in the warp tower designs, namely that one of the warp towers on Ash Twin will never activate because its warp receiver will never align overhead. Does your romantic interest think a warp tower's alignment point is its receiver? Does he not know that a warp tower always aligns with the center of its corresponding astral body? That isn't an unreasonable belief, given the receiver does have to be located on or in close orbit around the relevant astral body. I seem to recall that was your understanding of warp technology at first. No, Yarrow understands the distinction. He likely doesn't realize the hourglass twins are so close together they function as a single astral body with a shared alignment point in between them. And I read this one, right? Yeah, okay. There's another statue here. Regarding the warp towers on Ash Twin, does each tower need to be perfectly aligned with the center of the astral body to which it is tuned? I enjoy precision as much as the next Nomai, but if, for example, a tower's base were to shift even slightly, that tower might no longer align with its astral body. More accurately, I enjoy precision as much as the next Nomai, provided the Nomai is not poke. We don't need the alignment angle to be exact, it only needs to be within 5 degrees. This gives us a slightly longer warp window. I imagine this window will last roughly several seconds. As such, any Nomai stepping onto the warp platform during the active window will be immediately warped. We will need to be careful around the platform for the duration of the time it's active to avoid accidental transportation. Okay, so there's a timing element probably to get within the Ash Twin Tower, right? Or to get in the Ash Twin project. Now, this is probably that alignment. Man, I am sorry. I did not mute in time. So, like, is there another projection tower somewhere? Well, let's go read this stone, because there's some place to read it right out here. I have good news, Yarrow. The advanced warp core is ready to be installed in the central chamber of Ash Twin. I'm intrigued, love. Everyone here working on the Ash Twin project is excited to see it. Pi is beside herself with joy. No, it isn't. Is everything well at the forge? The core's durability could still be improved. I need more time. Ignore her, Yarrow. The core is finished, and if my sister tells you otherwise, she will be finished. Then she will be finished as well. Don't worry, love. Poke is only nervous. The core is extraordinary, and her design work is beautifully clever. And then look at Ash Twin Project again, I guess. It's always 3 statues that are active. Set of 4. 1, 2, 4. Yeah, I don't know. Because there's no way. Oh, wait. Yes, there is a way. Okay. Idea. We use the scouter so that we can see the alignment. Right? And then we step onto the return thing when it's aligned. We pray. Maybe that'll take us to the Ash Twin Project. Oh, I missed. No. Wait, it disappeared. What the hell? What in... Why is it gone? Wait. Yeah, this is the Brittle Hollow one, okay. That is kind of funky. No, we're in the same spot. Huh. Alright, well, it was an idea, I guess. Because there has to be some... Maybe there's another transport warp tower somewhere else? I don't know. But I think my brain hurts enough, so I might call it here. Let's just read through the ship log a little bit, and then we'll call it. The angle alignment diagram depicts the angle alignment between a warp tower and its corresponding astral body. Warp tower alignment angles are not exact, they only need to be within 5 degrees. This results in slightly longer warp windows that last roughly several seconds. Anyone stepping onto the warp platform during the active window will be immediately warped. Okay, yeah. Well, we kind of knew that already. We need to figure out how to get into the Ash Twin Project. Escape Pod 3 is in the Brambles. Vessel should theoretically also be in the Brambles. We can explore the lake bed cave. Yeah, and then we need to find the 6th location. Apparently you gotta like get to, you always arrive on the south pole, you need to arrive on the north pole somehow. Okay, well, we got our work cut out for us. We learned a lot of new lore by exploring the old city and the new city, so we have plenty of places to explore next. We can explore Dark Bramble, or we can explore this lake bed cave. Yeah, so plenty of stuff to do. Lots more space to explore. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.